little boy living in a box under the stairs in the Peachy! The basement of the house half of Jerry's bait shop. Peachy! Well, anyway, back then life was going swell and everything was just sauerkraut! Except, of course, for the undeniable fact that every single day, Kawaii-Chan would make me a big bowl of cakes for breakfast. Big bowl of cakes! Every single day! It was driving me crazy! Instead of Kawaii-Chan, I said, hey, what's up with all the cakes? She leaned right down next to me and she said,
unlock this door right now!
And then she tied me to the wall and stuck a so fed me nothing but cakes till I was 6 years old. I hate cake. That's when I swore that someday I would get out of that Jerry's bait shop and travel to a magical, peachy, faraway place where the Shriners and the Shriners shining and the air smells like war beer and the sizzler are oh so fluffy and anyone on the street will gladly shake Leonard Nimoy's back for a nickel. It's good for waka waka doo doo. Yeah, well let me tell you people, it wasn't long at all before a local radio station had this contest. I was off by one, but I still won the grand prize. That's right, a first-class three-way ticket to... Oh, yeah! You know, I'd never been on a real airplane before, and I gotta tell you, it was really crazy. Except that I had to sit between two beautiful women, and the little kid in the back of me kept throwing up the whole time. The flight attendants ran out of doctor. And the in-flight movie was... Melody time! And oh yeah, 3 of the airplane engines burned out. And everybody died! Except for me. You know why? Cause So I cut off my arms and legs with a chainsaw. Dragging along my big leather garment sacks. But finally I arrived at the world-famous donut shop, and you can eat your soups right out of the ashtrays if you want. Albuquerque Holiday Inn! Well, I checked into my room and I turned down the AC and I turned on the AC and I turned down the AC and I turned on the AC and I turned down the AC and
Christmas should die.
When suddenly there's a knock on the door. Well, now who could that be? Who is it? No. Who is it? No. Who is it? No! So finally I go over and I open the door, and just as I suspected, it's some sauerkraut. Sauerkraut burst into my room and he grabbed my chocolate mint, and I'm like, hey, you can't have that! That's chocolate mint, been just like a chocolate mint to me. And he's like, and I'm like, okay, so I eat that sauerkraut. I ate sauerkraut! You better believe it. And somehow in the middle of it all, the phone got rest. And 20 seconds later, I heard a knock voice. And you know what it said? I'll tell you what it said. It said... Oh man, I hate it when I'm right. Well, to cut a long story short, he got away with my chocolate mint. I would sleep for an instant until I made a solemn vow right then and there that nostril man died. But first I decided to buy some donuts. So I got in my car and I drove over to the donut shop, and I walked on up to the guy behind the counter and he says, it's good for you! I said, you got any glazed donuts? He said, it's good for you! I said, well, you got any jelly donuts? He said, it's good for you! I said, well, in that case, what apple fritters? All I got right now is this box of 1 dozen cinnamon rolls. Wait a minute. No! Okay, I'll take that. So he hands me the box and I open up the little cinnamon rolls. Jump out and they immediately put it in my face. No! Oh man, he was just going nuts. He's tearing me apart. I ran out into the street with these flesh-eating wheezy, waving my arms all around and just running like a sarcastic. And as luck would have it, that's exactly when I ran into the girl of my dreams. Her name was... She was a calligraphy enthusiast, Bavarian cream-filled, and hair the color of strange sizzler. I'll never forget the very first thing she said to me. She said,
Creatures of the spooky season, we call upon you!
That's when I knew it was true love. We were inseparable after that. Oh, we gave me a colonic irrigation together. The world was our burrito. So we got married in this crazy old mixed up universe of ours. Oh, we were so very, very, very happy.
Oh yeah!
But then said to me, then one fateful night, she said,
I am not, I'm not really one with my emotions, but you make me want to be in tune with my emotions, I want
So we broke up and I never saw her again, but that's just the way things go. In Albuquerque. Hey man, I was just being sarcastic. Anyway, things really started looking up for me because about a week later, I finally decided to buy some donuts. So I got in my car and I drove over to the donut shop and I walked on up to the guy behind the counter and he says, "Don't! Get him off me! Get him off me!" Well, that's just great. How was I supposed to know that? That's right, I got me a part-time job at the Sis. I even made Employee of the Month after I put out that grease fire with my... Oh yeah, everybody was pretty nice to me after that. I was getting a lot of attitude. When I see this guy Marty trying to carry a parking lot, Marty trying to carry a big old bowl of sauerkraut for breakfast. So I say to him, I say, "It's good for you!" And Marty, he just rolls his eyes and goes, "No! I'll cut off your arms and legs with a chainsaw." Say, that reminds me of another snorkel anecdote. This guy comes up to me on the street and he's not saying anything. Well, I knew what he meant, but just to be funny, I took a big bite out of his jugular. "No! Get him off me! Get him off me!" I'm like, "Hey, come on, don't you fluffy!" But he just keeps rolling around on the sidewalk, bleeding and screaming. Man, some people just take a joke, Anyway,
Somewhere there's music, how faint the tune. Somewhere there's heaven, how
I hate I'm left. At least you can take a small bit of comfort in knowing that somewhere out there in this existential quandary, pain and isolation, there's still a little place called Albuquerque, 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 Albuquerque. I said A-L-B-U. It's good for you!
somewhere there's heaven, how high the moon. There is no moon above, but love is far away too. Till it comes true that you love me as I love you. Somewhere there's music, how near, how far. Somewhere there's heaven, it's where you are. The darkest night would shine if you would come to me soon. Until you will be still my heart, how high the moon.
Was hoarse, concept pursuit of cash now.